Brig's repair pack no longer gives armor. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the channel. So we've got a load of Overwatch experimental changes that have just gone live. We've got buffs to Brig as well, but we've also got nerfs and we've got changes to D.Va, some actually really good buffs to D.Va. We've got a buff to Ashe, and Junkrat has got a very interesting change, which I'm going to explain in this video. Okay, let's get stuck into this because the Brig change, oh my days. Okay, so first things first, Brig's barrier shield. Now you'll notice this has got 250 HP. This is because, well, maximum health has been increased from 200 to 250. Regeneration rate, though, has been decreased from 100 to 85 health per second. Cooldown when destroyed has been increased from 3 to 5 seconds. So what they're doing here is giving Brig a slightly beefier shield, but when this shield is destroyed, you as an offensive player to the Brig will know she does not have her barrier shield, because no longer is it going to take 3 seconds to actually regen, it's going to take 5, and that in Overwatch is an absolute millennium of time. See, look at this. My barrier shield. Uh-oh, I've still got 3 seconds left. I still don't have my barrier. Okay, now it's back. That's huge. I mean, that is really, really huge for Brig. Because think about Brig. Like, Brig can do all kinds of stuff. Like, you could block earth shatters. You can block loads of stuff with this. Really, really powerful. But I think this actually is a pretty nice change. Anyway, the change you've all been waiting for. And, well, let's leave these bots and I'll show you on this one. So I'm going to apply Repair Pack to this bot. Yeah, it doesn't get armor anymore. This is an absolutely massive change. And if you guys watched the video I put out on the channel a couple of days ago, talking about why Brig is seen as the most hated character, I don't think it was because of Brig's kit. I think Brig was fine. It was the fact that Brig applied armor to targets that really shouldn't have had armor, because you're giving armor to your Tracer. In fact, I guess I can go back over here and show you on the Tracer. This Tracer over here, you'd be like, oh my days, I'm Tracer. Suddenly it's like, oh, okay, no, I can't. It's an enemy Tracer. It's not a friendly. Any chance we can get a friendly spawner, please? Anyway, like I was trying to say, just you know, forget I actually did that. A bit of a brain fart there. But yeah, you would apply the armor to a Tracer, and then a Tracer gets armor, a character that should never have armor in the first place. So I think this is a massive change. I mean, it's just incredibly massive, and this is going to probably reduce the must-pick sort of standard of the Brig. But, I mean, be aware, guys, this heal is still really good at range. I mean, look at that. You can be miles away from this and like, oh, these guys are dying. Oh, I need to heal my bot. Bang, you can smack the heals on. So now, no longer she gives armor. Instead, she just heals. Now, of course, her ulti is the same. This is still going to give armor. So I'm standing next to my bots. I'm still applying armor. I think this is fine, given the way this works, because Brig has to be near you to give you that. You can see the range indicator there. She's not applying this just magically to you like that. Like, off you go. You've got a ton of armor. Go out there and just win big. She no longer does that. This, ladies and gentlemen, is an absolutely massive, massive change to Brig. It's a nerf, but I think this is a good nerf because it means playing against Brig won't be as bad as it actually was in the past, while still keeping Brig feeling quite powerful, especially giving her a bit more barrier strength. But we're going to have to wait and see how this plays out. Okay, let's go back to the hero selection room, and I want to show you guys Junkrat next, because Junkrat is an interesting one, because there was a very specific problem with Junkrat, which Blizzard have actually fixed here. So remember, Junkrat can throw actually his concussion mines further now. Like, that was a change in a recent patch. Now, what this meant is it was very difficult for Junkrat to do the double mine tech, where he moves around in the sky and all of that stuff, because he couldn't detonate the mine fast enough, because you actually throw it faster, so it's hard to do it. So if I let this charge, I'm going to show you now that you can actually do it, because the changes: concussion mine trigger delay reduced from 0.156 seconds to 0.1. Now, that sounds stupid, but that's actually the change that was needed so you can do the combo. Also, Riptire, time to take control of Junkrat's post-detonation has been reduced. Take control of Junkrat, sorry, post-detonation of Riptire has been reduced from 1.5 to 0.9 seconds. So, watch. You can go... See that? I've got the double boop. Now, it was very difficult to do that with the previous, or actually the live Junkrat, just because you couldn't detonate your mine fast enough, and you can now with this Junkrat. So if I drop this down here and get ready to do this, as this charges up, I should be able to do this again. So as I'm jumping, see that? I got the double boop off it. And that is massive, because even though Junkrat was buffed, he was actually kind of nerfed for ultra high level Junkrats, because your movement was destroyed, right? Yeah, okay, he can fire his bombs better. I think they bounce more, don't they, as well? You can throw this further, like whack, and then blow people up at range, which was nice. But he lost that movement, and Blizzard are giving him that back. And just to show you guys a Riptire, this is more of like a quality of life. Well, it's not a quality of life change, it's a buff. but it feels better. It feels more fluid. It feels faster. Junkrat is better. He's more, just more dynamic as a character to play with the Riptire change. So let's just get a Riptire up and running. That was fail. Okay, Riptire. So I'm going to drop the Riptire. We're going to detonate it, and we get back to Junkrat quicker. See, we're faster back to Junkrat. It's just nicer. I like it. Good job, Blizz. All right, then. If only I had another concussion mine, I would have done a double. Oh, dear. All right, then. Let's look at D.Va, because D.Va is... in fact, we'll do Ashe before we do D.Va, because the Ashe one is a very simple change, and this is to her dynamite, and the cooldown has been decreased from 10 to 12 seconds. That's it. So if you're going to throw your dynamite out, pop. Yeah, you've now got, well... Actually, that was still 12 seconds. Okay, Liz. Okay. Yeah, that still says 12 seconds. So it says cooldown... Oh, sorry, it's a nerf. I'm an idiot. I thought this was a buff. Cooldown increased from 10 to 12 seconds. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm having a major brain fart there because for some reason I read that it had been changed to 10 seconds. Like, you can throw it more often. Because I was going to go into a whole... Oh, dear. A whole spiel about that. That seems a little bit... Yeah, I mean, dynamite is pretty good anyway, and being able to throw it more often. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, okay, we'll leave it at that. Ladies and gentlemen, what a failure. All right, the D.Va one. This is the one we got to talk about. We love this one. I don't know why I've got a Boston Uprising skin on, but whatever. So D.Va, fusion cannons. Now, the movement penalty from this has been reduced from 50 to 40%. So when you're firing, you move 10% faster than you do on live. I like it. This makes D.Va more mobile. D.Va is the quintessential mobile tank. I guess you could throw Winston into that. It's beautiful. We like it. This is a buff. Next up, Defense Matrix. Now, cooldown has been reduced from 1.5 seconds to 1 second. So check this out. Now we know. D.Va's power level is Defense Matrix. When Defense Matrix gets buffed, we go, uh-oh, what the hell could this mean? Could this mean D.Va's back in every game? We don't know. But what this is going to let you do is react much quicker to things that you need to eat up. Like, uh-oh, that's a Graviton Surge. Boom, I'm going to eat it. I'm trying to Defense Matrix. Oh, no. I can Defense Matrix again. That's going to be massive, right? So if you were, let's just let the charge go up. So let's imagine we're peeling for our back line here. Like, oh, bit of peel. Okay. Oh, Grav. You can do that now. That is massive. This is going to make her more reactive and more powerful to play. But this isn't the only change for D.Va, because also micro missiles have been changed. So activation delay reduced from 0.5 to 0.25 seconds. So watch this. They fire quicker. So what this is in relation to is when you press the button to fire the missiles, they fire faster. They start... Their speed... Okay, let me just rephrase that. The speed of the projectile is still the same. It's still the same damage. Still fires the same amount of projectiles, but it just responds faster. So you press the button, missiles faster. Whereas you press the button before, and it took 0.5 seconds. So half a second. Now it takes a quarter of a second to activate. So it's slightly faster. So if you're flying around doing D.Va stuff, you're going to get your missiles quicker. And that's a nice thing. So those guys are the current changes on the... Well, it's not the PTR. I'm always going to say that. On the experimental card. Now, there is... If I just come out of this and I show you guys the experimental card here. There is the experimental card, which is up. And this is currently using the 2-2-2 roll queue rule set, I believe. So you can go into games here and you can check this out. And again, of course, you can click patch notes and get the patch notes in game. Just to go over them one last second. Cooldown increased from 10 to 12 seconds for Ashe, not decreased. I'm an idiot. It's increased by 2 seconds. The Brig Changes repair pack no longer grants additional armor health pool when healing full health targets. Barrier shield maximum health increased from 200 to 250. Regeneration rate decreased from 100 to 85 health per second. Cooldown when destroyed increased from 3 to 5 seconds. I really like this change because I think the armor was the issue with Brig, so I'm happy that Blizzard have gone in that direction. D.Va, just a bunch of buffs for D.Va. It's like, okay, let's just buff D.Va. I don't know, fine, okay, cheers, Blizz. Fusion cannons, movement penalty reduced from 50 to 40%. Defense Matrix cooldown reduced from 1.5 to 1 second. Micro missiles activation delay reduced from 0.5 to 0.25 seconds. And then finally the Junkrat changes, which are definitely to allow him to get his movement back at higher levels and just at any level of the game. So you can do more consistently the double jump with a concussion mine and also concussion mine movement in the air, which I'm not good enough with Junkrat to do that, but you can do all kinds of fancy stuff. But you couldn't because it took too long to detonate the concussion mine because you threw it too fast because of previous buff. They fixed that by reducing the trigger delay time, and then they've also given him a Riptire slight buff because you now get control of Junkrat a little bit faster from when you actually detonate the Riptire. And that covers it, guys. So thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned for more content on Overwatch and more patch notes, overanalyzed, guess the rank, and all that mad stuff that we do on this channel. Thank you for watching, guys. You've been wonderful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.